Hello, everyone. Welcome to YakShaver Spring Review Summary. This is YakShaver Spring 97. Let's get started. So this is a short sprint because next week is the China New Year. So they were in China office. They will have 1 week holiday. So we moved the spring review from Monday to this Friday. And this week we have not done our spring goal because this one is a big spring goal and we have a very short sprint, and this one is planned. For this sprint, we have 4 days, and Baba, Steven, and Willow are working on full time. Let's go into some details of the PBIs. Baba, can you walk us through this one? Project details prompt.
Yeah, sure. I worked on the backend to support our sprint goal, which is allowing desktop app to select projects from portal. And it's the last piece that doesn't exist in our desktop app, which from Teams YakShaver. So yeah, I created some endpoints to return project-related metadata.
Yeah. Any questions about this?
Callum, are you up to speed with this one?
Well, this is one of the things that we need for the integrating with the projects in the desktop app, right?
Yeah. Yes. So desktop app can get projects from the portal and then use it to shave items, to shave issues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so just piping that detail into the desktop app when we need it.
Yeah. So basically, this is a one subtask for the Spring Go, because the Spring Go is very big. So we had a meeting and split the big PBI into small ones. This is one of the small ones, one of the breakdown. And next, Willow, can you take us through this download page refinement?
Yeah. Okay. So before, when we let users to download our YakShaver desktop, it was directed to our GitHub release page, and there's a lot of files there. And for non-developers, it's hard to find out which one to download. And right now we have separate 2 buttons for Windows and Mac, and they can just click the button, and this will just let the user to download the file directly. They don't need to go to our GitHub page.
Yeah, so that's our new look on the download buttons. One is for download for Windows, and the other is download for Mac. Any questions?
Should they still be numbered number 1 and number 2? Because originally it was 1 download and 2 install. Now it says 1 Windows install, 2 Mac install. Like their sequential process. It's more like you pick one or the other, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Yeah, we should remove these numbers as well.
Yeah.
And I bet you could figure out if the person is using Windows or Mac and just give them one button that gives them the right option, right?
Not sure if we can do this on Tina because our website is written in Tina.
Right. That's the sort of task I would try giving to an agent and see if it can do it. Because it's
yeah.
probably annoying to do it manually, but if we can do it easily with AI, then why not?
Yeah, that's a good point. Willow, can you take this down as notes and update this PBI later?
Yeah, sure. I can update that.
Thank you. And also, we have went through some canary tests. Yang and Pan has test passed. We still have Alvin being blocked because Baba couldn't get him for the testing. And also we did some small bug fix, and some of them are still on pending release, because we have a short sprint this week, and it's Friday. We don't do pro release on Friday. So on Monday, I will do a pro release. This all cadence will be on down status. So that's all the PBIs. Before we move to next section, any questions? Okay.
I
next.
will ask one. I
Yep.
really only see the Copilot did one with Willow, right? At Agents MD file. Do you feel that that's all that Copilot can do? And that's why I'm not seeing Copilot more often?
So for this PBI, I tried Copilot, but it has because we split one task into 4. So in the instructions, they have not detailed information, and Copilot tries to do more. Like this PBI is only for the UI part, but in the description we have add some instruction about the backend. So I try to do them together. So I revised it.
Isn't it better to break it into smaller ones and give Copilot, like give Copilot the API change and then give Copilot the UI change?
Yeah, we YakShaver one video and let the YakShaver to split them into 4 PBI. But when it's splitting in the description in each PBI, it still remains some parts related. So that's the reason.
I'm not really understanding from that description whether you are getting better at giving Copilot work to do. Like if I remember correctly, Callum said at the beginning of a sprint review, throw everything into Copilot and see what it does, or Claude Code, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing that?
I tried. Yeah, and you can also see the add agents.md file. I also tried Copilot first.
But so what we did was we gave everything to Copilot, and only the agents.md task was good enough. Is that the summary of what happened?
Yeah.
So yeah, have we got any idea why that is the case? Like, is it because our PBIs didn't have enough information, or is it because what we're asking Copilot to do was just beyond its capability, or do we know what the reason for that was?
I think the reason is that the information in the PBI is not clear enough for Copilot. We can improve that later before giving it to
right. So perhaps we need
Copilot.
additional backlog refinement before we give an item to Copilot.
Yeah.
May it also have been because we didn't have an agents.md file, so every time Copilot ran, it was sort of having to figure out what is going on in this repository over and over again. Whereas now that we have one, maybe it's going to do a better job.
Yeah.
Do you think that could be the case?
I think it would work better after we have the agents.md file. And
so
after
we run the experiment again next sprint and give everything to Copilot again and see if it does a better job now that we have an agents.md file. Do you think that's a good idea?
Yeah, definitely we can. And also adds on that, because for this sprint we didn't assign everything to Copilot because they are some PBIs quite simple. I think it would be better to manually do it, not manually do it. Manually do it on the AI assistant coding in the like VS Code or something, rather than just assign to Copilot. For example, these ones, And also we have some of PBI involving editing the rules, and also some canary tests. That's why some of the PBI not done by the Copilot.
I agree. Canary tests can't be done by Copilot, but I feel like everything else, including rule edits, should be done by Copilot. Rule edits, obviously, the rule is in a different repository. You could move the issue into the rule repository and then do it there, I guess. But all that minor stuff, it should be. I would have thought the minor ones would be the best candidates for Copilot.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Next time we will try Copilot first, and then.
Well, yeah, the whole idea of the experiment is just
Yeah.
try everything with Copilot, see what it's good at, what it's bad at. If it turns out, you can't do certain tasks, that's okay. We know for next time. We just want to experiment.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Let's move on. So Baba will give us some walkthrough on the code coverage and also the product release.
Yes, thank you, Stephen. So in terms of code coverage, there was no change. It remained same at 28.5%. So could you please scroll down? And about the deployments, we had 3 production releases for desktop app. And we didn't have any production releases for Teams app because today is Friday and we don't usually do deployments. And that's why there is some items is in pending release in the backlog. And Steven will do a deployment on Monday.
Okay. The reason we don't do it on Friday, especially for production systems, is because you could get stuck on it having to, fix it on a Saturday. Was there a reasonable chance that there could have been a problem that would cause everything to go down?
I don't think so. No. The backend changes was specific for desktop app, so it wouldn't cause any problem to our current existing Teams YakShaver.
Right. So it doesn't make sense not to deploy on Friday in this case?
It doesn't make sense. So I think we should have deployed some of the PBIs.
I gotta remind you guys, rules are made for the guidance of wise men and the obedience of fools. Right? Just because there's a rule, just double check whether it makes sense. And it might, but it's there to make you think, not just to make you obey.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, and also I didn't do the product release this morning because in the afternoon we're going to have the sprint review. If there's any thing went wrong, we didn't have a chance to fix it. So that's why I thought.
But was there a reasonable chance that anything could have gone wrong? Was it a risky update? You were deploying many times a day, all the time, deploying the same run-of-the-mill thing on the Friday morning before the sprint review. Seems like a good time to get those last things in, unless it's risky and you're changing security stuff around. It's got data migration stuff, but just a run-of-the-mill update, I wouldn't be as worried.
Yes. In those changes, there's one database migration.
Okay.
Yeah. So come to the application health. We had a couple of failed requests during 7th and 8th of February. I went into the log. I noticed it's because it's failed on our system is renewing the customer's subscription, and also at the same time, this health check is checking all this health status. That's why there's a timeout causing this peak. and then it recovered itself. So we wouldn't need to worry about this. Speaking of the monthly usage, we have Costa on the top and Baba on the second, and Michael comes to the third.
Wow.
Michael has been doing a lot of shaves during the last couple days. Next, I'll hand over to Willow to talk about the product roadmap.
Yeah, okay. So for the product roadmap, the first epic, that's up 3% increasement. And for the second one, it's like because we just added them. So I think that the data seems
Right, yeah, sorry. It was 15, now 8, and then it's 8% increase.
yeah. Okay, it's 8% increase for our second epic. And then we can go to the backlog stats. Yeah, so for YakShaver, we have 60 new PBIs, and 67% of them are labeled with YakShaver. We have completed 41 in the last 30 days. And for the YakShaver desktop, we have 66 new PBIs, and 79% of them are labeled with YakShaver. 38 we have completed. Yeah, that's all for the backlog stats.
Right. Yeah, I think this number is strong too. It's
So
28.
just Willow, just with I know you did a whole lot of talking then, but the main thing that you want people to get across is right now, today, our backlog is 67% of YakShaver. So we are eating our own dog food a lot. Now, I personally think that number should be higher because it used to be higher. So it's a little bit unusual, but you also have the ones in the below one with the desktop, which is even higher. So it feels like the backlog is more full of the desktop ones than it is of the normal YakShaver. Is that the case?
Yeah, I think especially for desktop, we are mostly using our desktop version to create PBIs. So I think more percentage of them are labeled with YakShaver. And for the
Sorry,
Lexi
is the
one,
YakShaver, is the backlog more full of YakShaver desktop or YakShaver standard?
the YakShaver desktop.
There's more of it. Okay. And why does 79% and 67% add to over 100%? Do you have both tags on some?
Yeah, they are separate repository.
Oh, they're separate repositories.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot
There's
that.
two repositories.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Speaking of R&Ds, I did a little bit experiment on how to make language model and agent work together to select the prompt automatically. So it's a bit like a copy the behavior of agent skills. So I put that one into R&D. And the AI tools, there's no change on the AI tools in the group for the last week. And the tenant stats, we have 2 more tenants assigned the YakShaver, and we have contact 2 tenants last week, and the total number of shaves from the tenants are 5. We have 2 minus comparing to previous week. And here is the AI stats. We are going to have a more detailed overview on this AI stats on cloud. We can have a look at the Copilot AI stats. Callan, can you take over this, please?
Absolutely. So as you can see in the statistics, Stephen was the most talkative, closely followed by Willow. Baba had some input, and it looks like Rick might have joined the meeting late. He just had a couple of words to say, sort of 3/4 of the way through. All right, and the main action point, we didn't ask it to be brief, but it was fairly brief. The main item that was done was making the download page clearer and easier to use. And that has been marked with a tick. Was that really the main thing we did in the whole week, was just tweak the download page?
No, I don't think that's accurate. Making the download page more clear is one of the PBI we completed, and there are lots more than that we have completed from comparing to that.
Yeah, so should that have a green tick or a red cross next to it?
Yeah, I should change this. I can just change here.
Excellent.
The space in between. Yeah, good. And the sprint retrospectives.
Yeah, what went well? Stephen said YakShaver desktop rolled out to a first external tester. Well, that's certainly cause for celebration. I saw on the table above, though, there were NA external MCP YakShaves, though. Is that number accurate? Do we know if they actually shaved anything?
No, we haven't get back from the new tester. If he hasn't sent me email back, I will follow up next week.
Are we actually able to track whether he shaves anything?
No. To my understanding.
Can you just scroll up this email a little bit?
You mean here?
See there, it says total number of shaves MCP for externals NA.
Yeah. Okay.
So if we're not
So
able to track it,
0.
there's probably not a point of putting it there. But I would have thought with App Insights or something, we could tell when people are shaving, couldn't we?
I don't think that customer has logged into his account, so we won't be able to track that.
Oh, do you need to log in for Application Insights to work?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Who set up the Application Insights? Was it one of you guys?
I think Baba did the job.
Yeah, I worked on that one. I will double check if we have logs from external users.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we don't, add a PBI to add them, because I'm just checking that NA was actually NA and it shouldn't actually be a number. So that's fine. We'll figure that out.
Yeah.
Scroll back down.
Sure.
All right, and what else? Bubba said, couple issues addressed from Canary testing. That's always good. Might be good to know what those issues were.
Yes, it would be. Yes, be more specific.
I know there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
Can I tell some now?
Yes,
You
please.
can.
Okay, so first issue was reported by Yang, where she recorded video but she selected wrong microphone and video had no audio. But actually, our desktop app still processed video and created a weird issue. So I added check into YakShaver desktop app, so it prevents user to continue processing the video if there is no audio at all.
Right.
Awesome.
And second one was from Alex, where in YakShaver desktop app, when you select, as soon as you select the screen, it starts recording without user confirmation. So he asked, make it like Teams. So after user confirms recording, it will start it. So that's two issues.
Right. So there's an extra confirmation before recording begins.
Yeah.
So you can get your ducks in a row or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And then Willow said the download page is now clearer and easier for users to download the app. Very good. I guess that is better than going to the GitHub release and looking at a bunch of random files. Yes, probably is a much better first experience. What didn't go well? Stephen said YakShaver Teams silent fail on large video file and no error message. That doesn't sound good. I thought we had that issue previously and fixed it. Has it broken again, has it?
Yeah, I think it's broken again. I don't think I'm not quite sure if we had that fixed before. We have already created a PBI for that, and Relo is working on that.
Look, what I would do is I would see the size of that. Let's just say it's 3 minutes, and repro it and see if there's still a problem at 3 minutes. And then I would just put a hard, at the moment, a hard lock on. You can only have it recorded for 2 minutes, right? And then that problem is just disappeared for a while.
I assume it's related to the size of the file rather than the length of the video.
Well, they're
Because sometimes you can record at a high resolution, sometimes a low resolution,
yeah,
and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah, first off, obviously we need to figure out what the problem is, and then we can figure out how to deal with it.
Yeah, you could probably just take that specific shave, repro it, and then see if you cut the video in half, whether it still has a problem.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be too hard to fix.
Now,
could we scroll up to the AI stuff? I just want to double check this stuff.
the Copilot one or Claude
the
one?
AI stuff, the AI stats.
AI stat, we have Claude and Copilot. Which one?
No, not those stats.
The model usage or whatever the section is called, I assume.
Yes.
The model usage.
That one.
This AI tools.
AI tools.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
thing. Okay. So, can I just ask? Does Callum, are you paying for Cursor or Claude?
Yep, both.
For both? Can you just put
and
dollar signs
ChatGPT
next
as
to
well.
that? What was that?
And ChatGPT as well.
Okay.
But I'm not using that for development at the moment.
That's right. Okay. So just put a dollar sign on Cursor and dollar sign on Claude Code. This is the beginning of it. Do you know if Tom is paying for any of this stuff?
No idea.
Just a dollar sign. You don't need to use an emoji, I don't think.
You can press Shift 4 on the keyboard. It should type a dollar sign. Yeah.
Okay. The space. And yeah.
It's technically not an emoji, but we give it a space like an emoji.
Right. So is Tom paying for anything, or do you know?
Not sure.
Not sure.
Stephen, are you paying for anything?
No.
No. Okay. Are you hitting any capacity limits?
I'm using the Copilot from Azure DevOps, so it's technically it's paying. It's not from my pocket.
Right. Okay. And Rick, are you paying for any of these AI tools?
Yes, GitHub Copilot.
Okay.
And I have been using Claude 4.6, Office 4.6, and I did hit a red limit on the very first day of release. And then, but since
Stephen, he said he's paying for GitHub Copilot, not Gemini.
This is for myself.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, you put on the wrong person. Oh, you haven't. Are you paying for Gemini?
It's from the Copilot, GitHub Copilot.
I think you should put the dollar sign next to GitHub Copilot then, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise it looks like you're paying for Gemini.
Yeah. Are you paying for GitHub Copilot yourself, Rick?
Yep.
And why does Stephen say someone else is paying for it?
It's not someone else. It's from the Azure credits.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So don't put the dollar sign there if you're not actually paying for anything. You're just using the credits. Baba, are you paying for anything?
Yes, I am paying for Tray editor.
Tray. Right.
Okay.
And are you hitting any capacity limits?
Yes.
Token limits. You are hitting limits.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. At the end of Baba, can you just put hitting limits? And Rick, are you hitting limits?
Just on the first day. After
Not
first
not
day,
now.
it gets better.
You're fine.
Yeah, not now.
Okay. Okay. I think I'd say that's not him hitting limits now.
Mhm.
And Stephen, you can put not hitting limits on you. And Callum, are you hitting limits?
No.
You're not hitting limits, no. And Willow, are you paying for any of these tools?
Yeah, the Copilot, I don't know. We can use the Azure.
Are you
And I
paying for
think,
any of these tools?
yeah, the Copilot, and the Copilot is hitting limits.
Right. So you're paying for GitHub Copilot, and it's hitting limits, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And Barbara, did you say you were hitting limits?
Yes.
Yes, you're hitting limits too. Right, yeah. Sorry, just put hitting limits at the end, sorry. Just in brackets. Hitting limits, not hitting limits. Yep. Okay. Now, is there any so the big difference that we're going to try in this one is with we're going to have a agents.md, and we're going to see if that works differently. Okay, so just put a note at the bottom after you've put the hitting limits or not hitting limits. This sprint, we're going to try an agents MD and see if we have more success. Some of the other teams are getting better results out of AI. I'm trying to understand the differences. Callum said not hitting limits. Yep. Okay. All right. That's good to know. All right. So just put a note at the bottom. Introduce Agents MD and see what happens. And see if we have more success.
Can I say it again? Sorry.
Implement agents.md and see if we have any more success.
Good. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, yeah, and that's the end of our retro, isn't it? So very little didn't go well, and there's nothing that needs to improve. So this team's actually one of the better ones.
Thank you, Callum. Yeah. Next, let's look at the planning for the next spring. So next spring, we have the spring goal, same as this week. We are going to have the desktop app integrated with the portal. So it can automatically select the project prompt and also the members in that project. Next week.
Can I just check that that's our goal this sprint? It was also our goal last sprint, but we noted at the time that we were unlikely to reach it because it was big. Are we likely to reach it this sprint?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Excellent.
Who did the majority of the work on it last sprint?
Which part? We did a lot of PBIs. Which
the
task?
Project selection. Who did the majority of the work on that?
We have break it down to small PBIs. Willow and Baba did the backend ones, and I was doing the desktop app. So, but all of us did a part of this PBI.
Right.
And because the desktop one is a little bit big, so I haven't finished it. It's still in progress. And I will be working on that PBI in the next sprint. Because next week there will be only me working on YakShaver. the China office is gonna have a long holiday for their Spring Festival. So yeah, the goal is on this PBI add project selection and project metadata retrieval to YakShaver desktop app. As I said, every member has worked a bit on this project, and this one is the last piece to achieve the goal. And also, I dragged in this PBI that Adam wanted. So user can, on the portal, when user want to change the video host from OneDrive to YouTube, they can manually do that for each of the work items. And yeah, so after finish the Spring Go, I'll be working on this one.
Sorry, can you just explain what that second one is? I didn't
The
quite
second one
understand.
is the pane is when user previously, for example, selected one video host platform as OneDrive or SharePoint, but later they decided to migrate the video to another video platform, for example, YouTube. Currently, we can't do that easily. So with that implementation, user can manually from the portal migrate a video from one platform to another. For example, user want to migrate a video from SharePoint to YouTube. And also YakShaver going to trace back to the PBI created and also update the video link.
Right, that sounds difficult to do and of questionable value. Are we expecting a lot of that to happen a lot?
Well, when you have YakShaver's made an issue and put a video in there, shouldn't you be able to go into the portal and just say move the video but keep the issue? And it just uploads the video to SharePoint. Sorry, to SharePoint or to YouTube, and just changes the link in the issue.
I feel like a big limitation of that is going to be the YouTube rate limit, though, right? Isn't there a fairly low limit of how many videos you can upload per day on YouTube? So do we need to like queue up all the videos for that project and then upload them over a series of many days or something like that?
I only want it to be able to do one at a time. So you do one, and then you do another.
Okay, right. So the way when Stephen explained, I thought it would be for that project, you swap it from SharePoint to YouTube, and then would automatically go through all of them.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so it's
kind
just
of
one by
what's
one.
been
I guess it's all
discussed,
right.
but it's not what I asked for.
Yeah, that's the first step is to be able to move one single video at a time.
Right. Okay. First and last step, hopefully, because I think doing it for a whole project is going to be a lot harder.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Carry on.
Yeah, and also as we have discussed earlier, we have a couple of a pending release work item. Once I have done a product release on Monday, these work items will be done. And also Baba and Willow be working on tomorrow because the China holiday, they have swapped the weekends.
Well, that's probably another reason that we could have just deployed it today then, right? If they were working tomorrow and it's their work.
Yeah,
they're the ones who are going to fix it if it breaks and they're working tomorrow. That would make sense.
That's a good point. That's
If
because
anything
I
does
didn't
break
know
now,
they
Stephen,
working
it's going to be
tomorrow.
up to you to fix it on Monday, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't
hopefully-
know they're working tomorrow until
Right.
in the new time, so it was too late.
And Baba and Willow, you didn't say anything?
Yeah, well, I'm going to guess Stephen didn't communicate. Stephen, did you put any message in the group chat that said, I'm not going to deploy now because we have a sprint review this afternoon. I don't want to take a risk.
Because we have a time difference, by the time they start working,
Stephen,
it's already
did you send did you send a message indicating that you're not going to deploy today?
No, I didn't.
No, yeah. So there's no way that Willow or Bubba could help if they don't know what Stephen's thinking.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. 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 But anyway, we are going to do a deployment on Monday, so this will be updated very soon. And to the Copilot stats, Kellen, can you take over this, please?
Absolutely. So the question asked was, what is the main item to do next? With no instruction to be brief. And the response was a cool soon emoji, integrate the desktop app with portal projects and project members. And I think that does sound more accurate than what was done last sprint, right? So that deserves the green tick. Very good.
Okay, next we're going to have a look at the Claude stats generated from Claude. Yeah. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Yep. Okay, so the summary, a functional but inefficient sprint ceremony. So 32% of the time was avoidable delays and tangents. How long was it? 1 hour 25. All right, so that probably could have been tightened up a little bit. Good collaboration, however, 11 PBIs delivered in a 3-day sprint. That's very good, isn't it? I thought it was a 4-day sprint.
Yeah, it's a 4-day. I think it's
3-day, 4-day. Either way, it's still a good result. So well done. But technical debt is accumulating faster than it's being addressed. So that's an issue. Key decisions. Add timeout limit with retry button. I don't think we mentioned that in the meeting so far, but what was that about?
It is a new PBI which will be addressed next sprint. So when Josh tried to do canary test, the MCP task execution stuck and it took like 30 minutes and nothing happened. So it didn't create any issue. So we want to create timeout limit and with retry button, and they can retry that MCP task execution later.
Have we got any idea why it did that?
No.
Okay.
Didn't.
Is that being logged
yeah.
in application insights or anything like that?
I just checked. We don't have application insights for desktop app. I implement application insights for portal. Yeah, but we have a PBI.
Should we be adding it for the desktop app?
Yeah, should we? Yeah, should.
I think we probably should.
Yeah, we have PBI. Do you want me to pull it in the next sprint?
I don't think you're working in the next sprint, are you? It looks like we're at capacity.
I have.
You're working on Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what were you planning to do next sprint?
This timeout limit.
Okay. I think I would rather know why it's timing out first before we just add a timeout limit. Because if there's some other bug that's causing it to time out, I'd rather know that than just add a limit with a retry button.
Yeah. I think the problem was from his transcript. I saw that he was trying to shave into Tina repo, but in our desktop app, we currently support YakShaver desktop and YakShaver repo. Maybe that's why MCP was like kind of stuck.
Maybe, but regardless, whatever that is, we don't want it to happen, and it should be handled gracefully rather than timing out.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Next key decision, no production deployment on Friday. We've spoken about that. YouTube download issue parked. Okay, I assume we're still waiting for an update there. Credit renewal bug priority depends on Callum's pricing model decision. We didn't talk about that either. What is that one about?
That is a client that reported to us that they feel their credit burns faster than they thought. After the investigation, we noticed when the plan being renewed, the credit was not reset to the full capacity.
Right. Yes, I remember that. And so what is the pricing model decision that we're waiting on?
So we were discussing how urgent that bug need to be fixed. And I think we were talking about it might not be that urgent comparing to the portal integration, because we currently the client is using free trial anyway, and we don't know when the desktop app is released what kind of pricing model gonna be like. So
Right.
now
this
basically
client
discussing.
is a client of SSW as well, right?
Say it again, sorry.
This is a client of SSW that is also using YakShaver.
Yes.
I think, Adam, the intention was we give it for free to clients of SSW, right? We give YakShaver for free.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So I think we could probably just short circuit the discussion and say they should have it for free anyway.
Yep, I agree. Yep. We want the usage, not the dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, clients should get it for free.
Cool. All right. Scroll down. Anything else in here? All right. A few hard truths. 27 minutes wasted on synchronous admin tasks, Teams lag, personal conversations. We can't have any of that. You need to be productive at all times. I'm joking. A customer-facing billing bug. We discussed that. Silent failures. So that's the 30-minute timeout that you mentioned, Baba. It would be, I think, very important to get application insights so we know when things are breaking in the desktop app, especially if we're going to start getting external users on it. Retrospective was superficial. What didn't go well? Only had one item. Well, that's only a bad thing if things aren't
Can I
going
just
well and they're
double
not being
check?
mentioned.
Can I double check? Are you doing the retrospective, or are you skipping the retrospective, finishing the meeting and the planning, stopping the recording, and then doing the retrospective while AI is processing?
No, we just did one go.
Okay, but what you don't want to do is have a whole lot of waiting after you've finished the retro. You want to just jump into the summary straight away. So that's why we skip the retro, just so we can finish the meeting as quickly as we can, stop it, let AI do the processing, then have a chat about the retro and put all the notes in,
Okay,
and then
yeah.
it should be ready to go.
Okay, yeah, that's good point. We will try that next time.
Okay, sounds like you've heard of this is the first time. Is that correct, Stephen?
Yeah, I think it's my first time hearing that.
Okay, what about you, Bubba? Is that the first time for you?
Yes.
Okay, and
We
Willow,
are
is that the
doing-
first time for you?
Yes, for me too.
Okay, and Rick, is that the first time for you?
Yes.
And Callum, is that the first time for you?
It's not the first I've heard it, because I
Right.
know other teams do it separately, but we don't do that in YakShaver historically.
Right. Okay. All right. I think all the other teams do it that way, but
Yeah,
look, you don't have to, but that's what I would do.
I think it's better for the Claude stats to do it all in the one recording, then it can see the retro as well.
Yeah, but you don't want to be doing all that waiting afterwards. Anyway, that's
Sure.
because there's quite a bit of waiting.
Maybe we can experiment the way that Adam just mentioned next time and see which one is better, and then decide.
Yeah. See how much faster the waiting period is.
Yeah.
If it's significant, then it's probably worth it. If not, then maybe not. Scroll back up.
Okay.
Anything else in here?
Timeline?
Timeline, that looks very similar to the other one. There's a big wait at the end. Was that waiting for the stats to come through? Was it that empty area at the end there?
No, I don't think so.
Or is that just
Because
a
we
bug?
have to stop recording and then send this to
It might just be a bug.
the Tiger. Yeah, it might be bug.
All right. People and roles. I think all that stuff in the timeline we've already covered.
Yeah.
What's next? Next tab. Look at those beautiful people's faces. Isn't that an awesome feature?
Who thought of that great idea?
Whoever they were a genius.
Willow, who's the genius?
Adam is. Yeah.
You made my day.
All right. Stephen is the tech lead and Scrum Master. Very thorough, good at recognizing team wins and capturing success. Well done. Feedback consumed 46% of meeting airtime. Let others present more and ask PBI owners to explain rather than narrating. Okay. Baba, software developer, efficient communicator, takes initiative, but could present a bit more detail and consider preparing screenshots of demos. Hopefully useful advice. Willow, clear technical explanations, initiative on documentation, the agents marked on file, very good. Complete PBI documentation before review though, and lead with your wins. Agents.md help me should be confident. So apparently you are not confident about agents.md helping you, or something like that. And Rick, developer late joiner in brackets. Showed up for the team ritual despite late join, so that's a win. Well done. However, full participation does build team cohesion and consider contributing observations when you join. All right, there you go. Scroll back up. Insights. Elephants in the room. Baba is moving cities and potentially going part-time. Oh, I suppose we've heard of that. When's that happening? Or is that potentially, we don't know
next
yet?
Next week.
Oh.
Next week I'll be
So it's
moving
not potentially,
to Iwo.
it's definitely, is it?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Credit renewal bug affecting paying customers deprioritized. I think that's okay. That's fine. We've agreed customers get it for free, and it's not a priority, I guess, until we figure out what's going on with the desktop app. Desktop app has significant reliability issues, multiple failures, YouTube connection, infinite timeout loops, large video crashes. Yes, we definitely need to address that. And I think the first step is adding application insights. All right, cool. Notable quotes. Yeah, we don't have to go through all that though. Scroll back up. Anything on the last tab?
Trends.
The team has gone from a dysfunctional 49-second meeting fragment to a proper 85-minute meeting. That must be a bug with the Tiger dashboard, Willow. It thinks we did a 49-second meeting fragment previously. Anyway, I guess that's probably about it. Everything else I think we've discussed. Carry on, Stephen.
Yeah, okay, cool. Back to the email. Yeah, I think that's the end of the summary. Yes, that's the end of the summary. I'm starting to taking questions.
What questions?
Anyone have any questions about the summary?
No.
Before we wrap up.
All good.
Okay. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening. The video will be uploaded to YouTube. See you next time.
Thanks, Stephen. See ya.
Yeah.
You